Hello, YouTube. Hello, hello. I'm going to wait for a couple of my chatters to jump in the box. This is a live stream, so if you are watching the recording, you might want to skip ahead a couple minutes. Grabbing a couple little extra things. And I have no idea what we're going to do today. Hey, Joan, how are you? I made a mess right about a half an hour ago down here. I was trying to do a test on some new tissue paper I got, and it did not work like the test I saw on YouTube. Hey, Virginia, I think the artist I was looking at was Froyle Davies. She's in New Zealand. She has a YouTube channel and some Skillshare classes. And I met her through Robin McClendon's Clarity Through Color Facebook page. Love what she does. And she made this collage paper out of tissue that came in packaging for some of her papers. And it apparently was much heavier than this new tissue I got, which I saw maybe on her channel in a different video. I don't know where else I saw this, but it's called Be Creative Wet Strength Tissue Paper. Hey, April. So these were covered with a mixture of watered down paints, but it is still really thin compared to what she did in the results. I crunched this up. It still didn't work the same, but I got this on Amazon. Wet strength tissue. Say it's supposed to be better for, use it in collage and stuff like that. So holds up to, wet glue and wet medium and stuff better than regular tissue. I got some, I'm opening these up now. I got some watercolors from, is it Kate Reagan? Hang on. KJ Designs by Karen on Etsy. Hello. There we go. They're packaged up real nice. She sent a couple little goodies and a tea bag. She's in the UK somewhere. And I think I bought some watercolors from her before. These are, I think these are all metallic ones. And I wanted to swatch these just so I get an idea. This one's still really wet. That one's called Bezel. I saw somebody else using this one on YouTube, and I thought it was a really nice, heavily pigmented silver. It's going to be a little messy. That's okay. Hey, April, how much snow did you all get last week? We got about 8 inches, and then it was nothing the next day, and then the next overnight we got another probably 3. Oh, chocolate. This is the one I wanted to see what that looks like. That looked really cool. Okay, already. Here we go. Really? Assholes. Oh, gosh. 6 inches. Snowmageddon. I bet. Yeah, it's same about the same here. Hey, Eminem. Just getting rid of some ass wipes that try to join. Oh, I don't know what fun they get from crashing into an old lady stream. Like, come on, fellas, don't you have something better to do? Hey, Sue, Happy New Year. I'm glad you caught me live. Yeah, I just blasted him out of there. Hey, Dot. Oh, I did open them all. Oh, no, I didn't. The wrapper looked like a watercolor. Oh, look, with no out to dinner. Oh, are you having something good? Oh, this is just a little bonus one called Dawn. Okay, cool. I'm going to swatch these real quick. I just laid something out here to have something on my desk. Well, this is what we did last week. As painful as it was. Hey, Susan. We did get it done. These are the tissues I was trying to make. I took some phthalo turquoise, dioxazine purple, and iridescent bronze fine, all golden paints. A little bit of water. Hey, Martha. And poured them on the papers. I mean, they're good. They're okay. I'll use these for sure. However, they did not turn out like the one I was telling you about. It's just little splotches here and there. This one is really interesting. This is just the bronze. See how it breaks up with that turquoise in there? There's actually, I don't know if it's gold and then they add some green to it to make it bronze, but it separates really obviously when you wet it. Now we did that at one time on a jelly plate. Hey Kay, we did that on a jelly plate some years ago, but this is the aftermath. This is still wet. I might have to get rid of this. How is Oakley? Oh, bless his little heart. He's good. Actually, he's getting better. He's going to be 4 at the end of this month. Haven't given him to the gypsies yet. These are kind of cool in their own, aren't they? But I'm going to move these because they're wet. How wet are they? That's still a little damp, but I'm going to move these out of there. Set those off to the side. It is cold down here. Ooh, lordy. It's really cold. I got 2 space heaters going. We'll see how long my hands last. I wanted to swatch these rascals. Hey, Ellen. Welcome. Where's the brush I wanted? This one's good enough. Okay. Ooh, that one's really... Let me get a baby wipe and fix that because I'm just going to be a sticky mess right off the get-go. Oh, and these weren't sealed right, so they're not really that wet. Great. Oh, maybe that's better. Kind of sticky and wrapped around the... Oops, she kind of overfills her pans. And this one, a little... Must have got squished a little bit in the shipping. Okay. Good enough. Hi, Leslie. Welcome. I think that's a new name. Okay, hey, Robin. I'm just going to swatch these real quick and see what we got working with. I have no idea what we're going to do today. Like, I almost wanted to play with another collage. Dare I? After last time. Oh, lordy. I wanted to also try to do more of those watercolor and inks, but use different kinds of inks. I got a ton of different inks. Good Aunt Kay's. Be careful what you wish for. He actually is much better. The only real complaint we still have is that when we can't take him out of the yard. We can't trust him off leash outside the fence. I think in about 3 minutes, he'd be up at the mall. But he is much better. And even in the yard, when he's off leash, he's always off leash in the yard. And we have a 6-foot privacy fence around the whole backyard. And he's fine there. But even some days when he does not want to come back in the house and you want him to, forget it. He'll stand there real pretty, head all up and perky, pretty looking. And he will look at you and say, Oakley, come on, buddy, let's go. Come on, let's go inside. You do all that stuff. And eventually he'll just lay down and lay there like a lioness or a lion looking up at you like, nope, not going to come in now. Don't want to, so I'm not going to do it. That one's really pretty. This one's called Navy Purple. This one's called Lake. And I thought by the picture of it, I was really going to like that. Hey, Kathy. It's chilly and rainy here, too. A little crappy, actually. Crappy day. This was my freebie she put in there called Dawn. It's kind of a coppery rose color. Oh, that's pretty. And then this is the bezel. Hey, Judy. Welcome. This is bezel. Oh, wow. That's really pigmented. That's what I was hoping for. Wow. Yeah, that's really nice. And this one is chocolate. This one, I really want to see this in person because the thumbnail on this one looked really, really cool. The way that it shifts. I don't know if it's a shift or if it's a crap. What are they called when you have? It's not really a color shift. It's I guess it granulates into different colors. Maybe. Is there a difference? I think there is. Let's see what that does. All right, let me set these out of the danger zone. Lord only knows what we're going to do. Janet, hey, how are you? I'm going to let those dry down and then show you because I can see like this one's kind of a blue with a green metallic in it. This one was a dark blue with a purple metallic. This looks like a rose with a copper. That's all silver. And I'm not sure what this one's going to do yet, but it's a chocolate and it almost has a purple hue to some of it. We shall see. Actually, I'm going to lay them over here on my little space heater. It's like a little radiator thing next to me. That'll dry that rascal up quick. So I wanted to show you, I'll show you guys now that there's more people on here. Hey, Kathy. Sorry, just reading the chat. This is a new to me tissue paper that's called Wet Strength Tissue. It's got a different feel to it. It's not as slick. It doesn't feel like it's overly heavy compared to regular tissue, but somehow they're classifying that as wet strength. I got it on Amazon. It's called Be Creative Wet Strength Tissue. Yeah, better mute. CB. So I used it this morning, and I was telling these guys that I was watching Froyle Davies. It's Froyle Davies. She's a New Zealand artist, And I met her through Robin McClendon's Facebook page, her Clarity Through Colors. And she used packing tissue paper. You could tell by the way it sounded that it was heavy. And I wasn't sure if it was similar to this, so I tried it. I don't think this is the same paper, and I didn't get the same result. I mean, it's cool looking, but I think I had too much water in the paints. This is just that bronze, and I was showing them how this breaks out into that greeny turquoise color. So they make this with like their gold and add some kind of a green to it to come up with the bronze. But we did this on the jelly plate not too long ago and let it break apart like that. It looks really pretty. Hey, Aja, welcome. Feeding and bathing your daughter. Good. Just don't drop whatever device you have in the tub. But I watered down my paints, but you can go to, she has a YouTube channel, Froyle does, and she's on Skillshare. And she showed this one video on both platforms where she took packing tissue paper. She laid it over another thing I did was I moved these when they were wet, which I shouldn't have because it was running all over the place. But she put down like a plastic covering, maybe a plastic trash bag, and then spread out a whole sheet of this tissue. This is only 3/4 of it, right? It's one's over there drying still. It's, you know, this big. And she took her little, you know, the smaller ones, this, like the 1 ounce of Goldens that had just a tiny bit of paint in it, and used a squirt bottle and put some water in it and shook it and then dumped that down. And she did a dark, I think it was dark violet deep, I think, and the bronze. And then she used a red too, I think, and then sprayed over top of it and got it to move a little bit, soaked the whole piece of tissue so it would wick out to the edges. And I'm telling you what, when that rascal dried, you talk about gorgeous. And she got a lot of this green breaking out of the bronze through those colors. It was so pretty. So I way used too much color. I mean, too much water with the paints in here. This is cobalt turquoise and dioxazine purple. I mean, it looks nice. I like it because, you know, I like turquoise and purple in case you've never been here before. But it's not as gorgeous as hers was. So I'm going to have to keep my eye out for some heavy tissue and really put a plastic bag down, do it like at the end of a stream or when I'm down here playing, and then walk away till the next morning and see what happens there. But I also, I got this a while ago when I was over at the Queen's Ink. Somebody was saying they really love this paper. It's a sketch paper, they're calling it, but it's very similar to rice paper, I believe. And it's got, well, you know what? Maybe it is different because you're not going to be able to see this. This side is very smooth. I don't know if you can, it's very smooth. And you turn it over and it's very rough. Can you hear the difference? Oh, look, play a little song. You might even be able to see that, but it's not like watercolor paper. It's very thin, and it's called sketch paper. Let's throw some crap on here and see what happens. Yeah, we'll do that. And then I got this because I thought, why the hell not? I should probably need this. Sujigami calligraphy paper in a roll. Now I have another roll, but it's a real small one that I think I've never used. So I thought I should have a longer one that I'll never use. That seems fair. Anyway, we might play with those and try to make just some collage papers out of them and see what happens. But this almost feels like a wax paper on the outside. I'm wondering how this might act like a Yupo with the inks and stuff that we were doing. Let's see what happens. What's the worst that can happen? Let's not go there. Let us not go there. Lord have mercy. Okay. Well, what the hell? Let's just do it. Now, see, that's soaking through already. So that's not going to work. Let me save you this heartache at home, people. That went right through. It feels waxy. Not waxy. Interesting. Well, let's just throw something on there since it's wet. Hey, Michelle. Welcome. Yeah, that was a no-go. This is already absorbed. I don't know what this is going to do. This is a Seth After licorice. Let's just see what happens. Let it spread a little bit more. Set it off to the side. Looks like a purple eyeball. Elizabeth Taylor's Violet Eyes. Let's get that the hell out of the way. That was a disaster. But, you know, that's how it rolls sometimes. That really did feel like it was going to resist the water. Interesting. If anybody uses that sketch pad, let me know. This one's still a little bit wet. Oh, Lordy. I got these. You know, I've had these sitting over on the other side of my desk. It's another desk that's back to back over there. And I had this. This came in packaging with something. And I don't remember what, but I thought that would be really pretty to collage with. But what if we sprayed it with something? Huh. Well, I'm going to cut it up because I'm not going to destroy the whole thing because it's pretty. All right, let's jump back over to the KJ. Was it KJ Design? Why can't I remember that? KJ Designs by Karen on Etsy. These are some of her watercolors that I just swatched earlier today when I first came on. This one's called Navy Purple at the front here. It's really pretty. You can see it's like a navy or purple with like a dark blue shimmer, I guess. This one's called Lake. That one's right up the old girl's alley right there. That's kind of turquoise with like a green in it. She sent this one as just a thank you. And that's kind of a rose with copper in it. And that's just the plain silver called Bezel. Why won't this focus for me anymore? And this is the one called Chocolate. You can see that purplish red on top of that chocolate brown. Pretty, pretty. So I'm going to cut this up. We're not going to sacrifice this whole thing. Let's cut this in quarters-ish. I want my longer scissors. Close enough. I'm only going to use pieces of this in collage anyway. But this is really... Let's get that silky... I don't know what that stuff's called. Anybody that uses fabric might know. I have no idea. We might come up with something good enough that might inspire me to do another collage this week. I'll have to wait for Gayla. She was so helpful last time. Bless her heart. Actually, she was. So I'm going to grab, this is just a bigger piece of Yupo because I know that'll resist and I can pick it up with this and move it. But let's try something. What do I want to spray on here? On my desk, I have that licorice of Seth After and his gold out here. You know, I wonder if I could, hang on, let me try to mix up some of this, the bronze, the golden's bronze again, and pour that on there. Where's my little Dixie cups? There we go. That's twice I almost tripped over that space heater that I'm not used to having there. That's not going to go well. All right, so I'm going to put, this is the Golden's Iridescent Bronze Fine. to put, I don't know, somewhere around that much in there. And then I'm going to put some water in there. First, I got some on the thumb. You know, I'm doing this, and I wonder if I have this as a fluid, the high flow. I have a bunch of high flows, but I don't know. I got gold. I don't know if I have bronze. But I like this because it separates. Stuck to my shirt. Splashed on my thumb. Doing great. You can already see that starting to separate on that stick. That's just pretty on its own. So I'm going to use a brush and kind of paint this on here. And who the hell knows what will happen, but we're about to find out. And I'll probably need to mix up more. CB, you're closing your eyes. Come on. Oh, God. This might go like a flat metallic on fabric. Who knows? Now, do I want to water that more? Will it spread more? Yes. I'll let it get lighter and darker some places. I don't know if the bronze does or not, Kathy. I wasn't really into the bronze back in the day when I bought the high flows, but I do have it in gold. I do have that in gold. So yes, this is separating already. I don't know if you guys can see it. Let me bring in a little closer. You don't want to miss this. Actually, what I'm going to do as I carry on is I'm going to wet this first. Not soaked, but a little misty. This is either going to be really cool. Like in my head, it's really cool. You know how that goes. Sometimes it ends up really cool. And more than not so much. But I don't think we're going to get the shine of the bronze like you do on canvas or paper or Yupo. I'm just guessing. It just looks different already on the fabric. All right. I'm going to spray a little water where it's a little bit darker. And what I'm going to do, see how much more this green has already come up? Can you guys see that? But I don't think she's going to be shiny. I'm going to move this to a different piece of Yupo to move it. And then try something else on another one. Oh. Well, you know what? Why do that? Let's just move this. I was thinking I could get it a little bit drier. Let's just move it. I'm going to set it over here on the space heater. If you hear me scream, I'm on fire. Let's try another piece. And I'm going to wet this just a little bit. It's so kinky. Reminds me of CB. All right. I just want to try to get this a little flatter. And I'm going to use Seth's Gold on this. his eye zinc dye spray. Let's see what happens. And he always says to shake it like this, like roll it, so you don't go up and down and force pigment up the sprayer nozzle. That was nice, CB. That was a compliment. All right, let's see what happens. Get it down there in the, just lift it up off the paper. Get it to stick down there a little bit more. I'll come back and give it another little spritz. I don't like rules. I like to bend them. Sometimes break. All right, let's see what happens with this one. Actually, this one is almost dry. Look how green that got. Should I take that off of there? Most of the bronze is down there. See, in my head, prettier. I'm just going to put this back down there. And what would keep the paper, the fabric shiny that I have? Pray tell. Hey, Linda. Hey, Willina. What? See, this has a right side. The texture of these florals and swirls is like a little fuzzy, almost felt feeling texture. And this is the side that's up. I thought that would grab the pigment a little better. I'm going to spray this a little bit. Let that try to stick down there. All right, let me go look at my little drawer of tricks over here. And, oh wait, anything in here? That wood. Well, in this drawer, I happen to have, oh, I know, let's try this. I wonder if the silver black ink, what that would do. Let's just put that on a little bitty piece. I gotta wash those out. Let me use another Dixie cup. Spray gloss medium on it. Cryline gloss. Once it's water down some medium. And then put color over it. I see, who's that, Engelfin? Is that what you mean to do? Hey, Malia. So put down a watered down medium on it first. Okay, let's go over into the medium department. What we got over here? Gesso. Molding paste. Black gesso. Heavy molding paste. Somewhere on this cart. I'm sure of it. Acrylic medium. I wonder if, like, who said spraying Krylon? Would that work? This seems like it's going to be a mess. Oops, look at this mess that happened. I'm not even here. Oh. All right, we'll do like this on an edge and see what happens. We'll just do it experimental like. That's the black. Let's put a little bit in here. Grab another. Maybe this is dry enough to use. I'll just use the other end. How about that? All right, let's try this. There's a water bottle over here I was using. Now, who knows how much you're supposed to, how much water and how much matte medium. Oh, this is matte. I just said that in my head. I heard it. I heard myself say it. I probably should have used a gloss. We'll try them both. I guess I have some. I'm going to try spraying the next one. Spraying anything's quicker than all these extra steps to me. Okay. The medium before may prevent absorption. Oh, you're saying put the medium on after I get done. Oh, Lord. Hey, Janie. Or Janae. Sorry, I'm not sure how to say your name. I'm just using a piece of Yupo underneath of this lace. I have a piece of this lace down here. And I'm trying to color the lace with different things. None are working quite as in my head like they should. So we're just doing some experiments here to see if we can make it pretty. So I'm just going to just, for gigs. Oh, that's really not mixed up. This is some watered down matte medium. And this would have to dry first, right? That's not going to work. The hell was I thinking? Wait till Gayla shows up for this one. She will have a stroke. I'm just going to do this much of this one. Because I'm not sure what the hell I'm doing there. So I have this black ink. I'm using my watercolor water here. I guess that's okay. I'll just have to remember to wash that out. Okay. So this is the silver black ink. Let's see what happens. We'll make a strip of that next. We'll see what happens. I don't know where the silver is going to go. On Yupo, you usually just see black because the black's got nowhere to go. And the silver drops to the bottom and you don't see it. But on the fabric, who knows? Hey, Tam. You have any fabric medium? Hey, Eileen. Hey. You have everything else. You know, I do believe I do somewhere. Where might that be? Oh, you know what else? Hang on. Hold the phone. Let me try one of these Jacquard fabric paints. Fabric paint. This is the Halo. No, this is olive green. Crap, I thought I got the Halo blue gold, but that's okay. Just a test. Let's see what happens here. What happened with your mom, Amalia? I'm seeing mom in hospital in the chat as I peek my eyeballs up there. I hope she's okay. You know what? I'm gonna put a little water over that. See what happens. I don't know why. Just because the bottle's looking at me. Um, I'm gonna merge those two and see what happens there. Oh, Martha retired. Yay. Okay, I was going to do something else over here. What was it? Who remembers? Who knows? Oh, this. I had to grab this ink out of the. This is a Sailor ink. Sailor Gentle ink. Who knew? Always okay. Patty heard her family nuts. Oh no! Oh no! Sorry to hear that. All right, let's see. Oh Lord, mercy. Oh, there we go. This one's got a wide mouth on it. I'm glad that didn't go everywhere. Ooh, that's pretty. Well, let's see what happens. I do not know. I'm going to wet this again though. Spray bottle. I'll let that run there a little bit. Not looking so great right now, but we'll see. Could be a big turnaround here. Ooh. I like that where it's kind of mingling. I like to mingle. Let's put a little more water down there. Ooh. That's really dark there in the middle. So I'm going to just, if this works, I'm going to collage with it. So it's not like it has to be a masterpiece. Hey, Pat, welcome. So the silver black, I'm not sure what that's doing over there. This is the matte medium. That's still damp, but I might just go over that with something. You know what I'm going to do? I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Put the lid on this before we have a huge disaster. What else do I have? That's the silver black. I'm going to put that off to the side. I'm going to try the High Flow Gold, Iridescent Gold Fun. I love that where that's meeting, though. That's pretty. Probably going to glue that right to the UPO. Oh, no, Amalia, they have COVID. Gosh darn it. We know so many people that have it currently. They're not, we don't know anybody that was hospitalized from Omicron. However, a good friend of my brother's 30-year-old nephew who was healthy, not vaccinated, got COVID. They didn't specify if it was Omicron or not. He just passed away in the hospital last week. So it's very scary. I hope we live long enough to get back to our old normal. I'm going to wet that black edge there and see what happens with the gold. Oh, bad there too, Joan. Yeah. It was not good. Oops. Ooh, I dipped into the black. Let's just make it mingle. That might be some of my favorite strips where it's doing that mingling thing. Yeah, what I understand is Omicron is basically like from the neck up, not so much with the lungs and but who knows? Who knows? You hear so much information. Who the hell knows what's right and what's not? All right. Well, there's a whole bunch of something. I don't know what that's going to look like. This one, I believe, is dry. I'm going to pull this one. I'm going to switch these around. That actually, that space heater is doing its thing. It's still wet underneath it there. That's actually kind of pretty for a background for something. Who knows? Maybe we'll do something with that. Yeah. Not all that great. It's a pretty green, but like pretty much the bronze is gone. You can see it in little spots here and there. It's not completely dry when I pick it up. I can feel there's a little dampness to it. I'll lay it over here. We shall circle back to that one. But none of the shine. You know how I like me some shine. This is the gold spray. Shiny on the paper. Let me move this so it doesn't. Let's do this. Let's do this, Patty. Yeah, not so much with the shine there either. A little bit more than the bronze, but not a statement. Okay. So we got this one over here. I got one more piece. Anybody have any brilliant ideas of what to do with the last? You know what? I might just keep this white and collage with it white. Let's not go totally crazy. I don't have another piece left. I'm going to put it in my black and white drawer of my collage. Get off of me. Get off of me. Okay, there we go. And I did have, these have been over there for a month. The last time I went to the Queen's Ink, I got a couple pieces. I got just a few things, but I got a couple pieces of the big sheets of paper. Let me buzz back out for this one. Hang on. I really like this one. But I thought, I wonder if we can colorize that with something transparent. We might try that. And then I got this one. Hello, lover. Look at you. That's just awesome. A little strip of that here and there in a collage. Oh, you can't hate that. I'm going to put this in a safe place. And I may come back to it to use it. I'm going to leave you right up there. Okay. I wonder, oh my, I wondered what a transparent, watered down acrylic might look like on there. I wonder, so the bronze that's not really, I am down and determined to use this dang on bronze. That's pretty opaque. And I don't know that just watering it down would make it more transparent. Does anybody know that answer? Do we have any geniuses out there for that kind of stuff? Oh my. Maybe I'll just use a watered down ink. Huh. Hang on, let me put this one paint back out of the way here. While we're here, let me check something out. See if something grabs me. Oh, I wonder if I put a distress stain on it. I have metallic ones here. Bronze, which is more like copper, actually. Brass, which is their gold, and then pewter, which is their silver. I might play with those on there. Well, here's some distress sprays. Salvage patina. I didn't know I like that. How did I end up with two of these? Oh, one's oxide, one's regular distress. All right, let's play with these three and see what happens. All right, hang on. Let me get rid of this matte medium. A big old jar in my way. Let's see what else is drying over on the other side. Oh, that's just one of those other pieces. Okay, that's not a big deal. Nothing to see here, folks. I'm going to cut this. Let's try. Cut this in threes. Ish. We don't measure. I'm an eyeballer from way back. Not even close, but that's okay. That's okay. Do you have mica sprays? They might work. Like Lindy's? Is that considered a mica spray, Eileen? You always have the best ideas. Don't know how I made it this long without you. Mica sprays. I'll wait for Eileen's answer. Let's get buzzed in here again. See what disasters await me here. Like Lindsay's. I had a couple of those out. Where did I put you? In the Lindsay's box? Could it really be so? Oh, you know what? I wonder what this looks like. I do have a ton of Lindsay sprays, actually. But I don't know if this one is dried up or if it was never used. This creme brulee. I think that's still dry pigment in there. Let's... Color art sprays. I don't think I have color art sprays, but I have a ton of their dry pigments. Or I suppose I could make more. Put a little What's that stuff called? Medium in there. This one's kind of neutral. That's why I'm picking up this one. We'll see what it does. All right. Oh, that's got a gold in it. See, it's got a real faint, see the label? That's usually a sample of what they are. Looks like it's got a little bit of gold, gray, and a faint amount of a turquoise sheen to it. I don't know, but let's... Now, should I just dumb some damn magical... ah! Ah! I have some. Hey, you know what? Wait a minute. Hold the phone. I have a Stormy Silver Magical right here. So let's do this one first. So I'm going to put a little water on here. Don't ask me why, I just did. Jim Smith, hi. How the heck are you? Let's see what happens. I'm going to do it kind of on half of that. I don't know if I'm going to get the shine or not. I see a little bit of the gold. I do see some gold in there. All right, let's do... We're just experimenting today, Jim. Could go wrong at any moment. I'm going to... Ooh, it's one of those continuous sprayers. This is the Magical Silver. I must have used it. You must get commission on these magicals, Eileen. Oh, that goes into different colors. Oh, boy. Oh, okay. Well, when you do that, it all turns into one color. Probably shouldn't have done that. I do see the gold over here. I'm not sure if we're going to pick up any of the other colors. And that one just kind of did that. Probably should not have, you know. Maybe if I spray it again, it'll reactivate it. All right, I'm going to set that one over here. Okay, here's this piece of lace. I put the different inks on. Fabric paint, silver black ink, and gold. What was that? This, high flow. So let's pull this off and see if it colored. As predicted, the matte medium is sticking this to the Yupo. That's okay. Really sticking it to the Yupo, which of course that's its job. Sheesh. Wow. These are pretty seriously. The paints are pretty seriously sticking this bad boy down here. That's kind of cool how the silver came out. Jeez Louise. The Yupo looks kind of cool with that green. And it left the, it really left the texture of the fabric in there. That's actually kind of cool. Look how that gold is on there. Oh no, that's where it pulled it up. No, that's, what the hell am I looking at? Oh, yeah. That's some gold. This one's got the silver on it. This is just the carrier sheet. This is that Sailor ink. It looks like blue purple. That's probably why I bought it. Okay. So none of these are looking like I thought they were going to look in my head. And I'm not shocked at that. So let's, here's another piece of the Yupo. There's the Yupo from the bronze experiment. That actually has some of the imprint of the, fabric in there too. You can see the texture of the fabric. Well, you probably can't see it because it's not going to focus for me. But that would make a cool background to start with. But this is a big old piece of Yupo. I might cut it down if I do that. I'm going to flip her over and let's try something else on another piece of this stuff. So let's, I had these distress daubers, whatever you want to call them. Oop. See, I think this is going to have to be a little bit wet, I think, to make this have that airier look to it. We'll see. I'm going to do about just that one strip. We'll see how that goes. It's going to, I don't want to put it on there solid. I don't know that that's going to hold that metallic look either. Huh. Let's just do that. I'm just going to wet this whole thing. Not overly sopping, but sopping a little. These childproof wrappers really tick me off. Eileen, how much snow did you guys get? I saw something on Facebook, and of course, it could be bull crap, but they were talking about a 50-year snow coming in the next 11 days to the East Coast. And it had us down for 30-some inches. Interesting. That was the Distress Spray and Salvage Patina. Let's try putting a little bit of this down. This is the gold one, the gold metallic. Maybe I mix with that with a little bit of the turquoise. Let's spray that again, shall we? 10-foot roll. 10 feet roll. Well, sounds like you should be out shoveling, little lady. I'm not sure that did anything to help that paper. But here's this one. Look how that went through there. You can see that creme brulee spray over here. Very light and airy with a little bit of gold sheen on it. And this looks like I still got some metallic on this paper, right? You can see that. So again, Eileen just might be right. I'm going to grab a different magical, or do I want to just use this one since I know it works? Let's see. Oh, you know what I'm going to do? I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm put some of this down. This is the Magicals. No, sorry. This is the Creme Brulee Lindsay spray. And let's put a little bit of Cess Gold on here. I'm going to go up high. I just kind of missed it over there. Not to cover up everything else. And let's put some of this black licorice in there. I'm going to let this one just mist down. This is a black that kind of goes purple. Oh, too much. Should have stopped. Didn't. Let's just wet it again and see how it blends out. Really wet it. Well, it's going to be good or bad, one or the other. This space heater is really helping me out over here. This is still damp, but I'm going to lay this somewhere. Where would that be, pray tell? I'm going to lay it like that. That's part of that's doubled up there. Oh boy. Okay, you can see what stained the U-Po and what didn't. Which one is this? Is this? Oh, that's that one. I do like that one. That one may turn up somewhere. Okay. So, you know what? I'm going to take a piece of this while we're doing the mad scientist thing. This is I'll show you guys again because some of you weren't here then. Gala! I'm waiting. I'm waiting for you to tell me what the hell to do because so far it's been a little crazy. So I saw somebody using this and thought, well, I should have some of that. And it's called Be Creative Wet Strength Tissue. I got it on Amazon. Come on, baby. Oh, what a pain in the butt this thing is. Work with me. There we go. So it's supposed to hold up to water abuse better than regular tissue. And before I came on today, I took a piece and tore it in quarters, and I watered down some acrylics and threw them on here. Didn't come out at all like the demo I saw Froyle Davies to do on her YouTube channel and on Skillshare. But it's still usable. But it's thinner than I was expecting. What Froyle used was some packing tissue that just by the sound and feel of it, it looked like it was heavier than this. I do love this with it. This is just that bronze paint that has that turquoise break out of it. Love that. So this is it. Oh, that's doubled over. These are big ones. Big ones. So I'm going to cut this up. Ouch. Brenda. The RV used wet tissue last week. Oh, did she? I heard, I can't remember who I heard using it. And I think it was somebody in Europe. But unfortunately, that's how my brain works. Well, how my brain doesn't work. All right, let me cut this in quarters. And we might just spray this with a little mist of, just a little something while we got all this mess out here. Oh. Okay, so I need to put something under this. I guess we'll go back to a piece of YouTube. Try to dry that. My blow dryer. Well, a little bit of wet on there will hold that in place. We're not really making anything. We're experimenting, most of which has gone bad. But I'm trying to make something that I can use in the future to collage with. Hey, Gail, I want to look at this. Just so you'll have nightmares again tonight. Oh, hey, Pam. Yes, a mess. That's more accurate, even though hurtful. Little mist on top of this. Let it crumple a little bit. And this is back to the creme brulee. This is a real airy kind of a spray. Let's just do something all over with this. Well, you're seeing that blue from the stain on the Yupo from the, I think it was the distress stain, which I didn't think they were supposed to stain much, but that's okay. That's all right. I might just leave this piece like that because that might come out cool enough as it is. Ooh, that one's kind of hot. I'm going to set this damn thing on fire. That's already dry. Well, no, this piece is a little bit damp yet. But that's what happened here with the distress dauber, silver and gold. And then I sprayed it and put the distress ink over here, I believe. And a little of the silver on top of that. Is that what I did? I don't even remember. Who knows? And this piece, that's still kind of wet, but I need my page back. I don't want to mess up all my Yupo. This has some of the creme brulee and silver magicals that I brushed, and it all kind of like blended together into one color. I mean, none of these are sending me over the moon. Like, wait till I do the whole package of paper in that color. That's what I want to have happen. It's not happening. Let's see. Which one is this? Oh, that's the gold one. Do you ever use wax paper underneath? I never do this, so no, but only because I'm not that smart. I wanted something when I was doing this earlier today before I actually turned the camera on, the pieces I was doing, I wanted to be able to use this as a carrier sheet to move it to another area of the studio to dry, which is why I grabbed these and figuring most of this would wipe off the Yupo, which we can see does not. But that's okay. I'll use it for something down the road. Way down the road. All right, let's take another piece of this. This is the wet tissue. I wonder. I'm just going to put a little over here. Oh, it's wicking in from here, so that's kind of cool. I don't know. Well, let's just put a couple little blobs over here. Oh, that's more than a blob. Okay. That's the way I'm going to do it. More than a blob. Let's use a little something a little more. Oh, look, Gayla, your circles. Just want to spread this out. Well, that is turning silver on there. All right. That's turning silver already. That looks pretty cool, actually. Gayla, you always were my biggest cheerleader. Nobody wets paper like I do. That's actually pretty cool. And the way it's wicking off of all these little bits up there. Huh. I don't hate that. I'm going to put a little more over here. And I'm going to go back to this ink. This is that Sailor ink. And I'm going to grab a little pipette. Trying to rinse out the pipette before it's permanently blue. Now let's see. Huh. Do I want to hit that with some more water? Will that help? Huh. That's kind of interesting. Now picture this dry and magnificent on a on a collage. I want to see how far that kind of wicks on its own. I wonder what this other Sailor ink. Oh, what the hell am I tangled up in? I have another Sailor ink in here. Oh, it's purple. Oh, it's not Sailor, but I don't think that matters. I know it doesn't matter. I do believe Tam is to blame for me buying these at Queen's Ink when we had one of our gatherings and went shopping, and she was into inks. Hey, Dot, how was your dinner? Hi, Nicole. I'm going to wet this again. Get things a-moving. All right. Unusual fish pie. Okay, you lost me right there. Like fish, like pie. Not sure about fish pie. All right, let me put a little more water. Oh, the purple doesn't move like the blue does. Huh. This is a very specialized technique that not most artists can pull off. Tell them, Gayla. This purple ink. Oh, maybe we'll do a regular old Yupo thing using this purple ink because it's separating into turquoise. Hello, lover. Okay. That's just the one that's metallic now because I put that creme brulee on there. Well, you can't hate it. This, see what that purple's doing down there? That's that silver black. Put this over into the drying station. And let's see. Does the tissue paper come in sheets or in a pack? Sheets. Big sheets. That Be Creative wet tissue does. Look, I'm bending this so it kind of runs together. I'm interested to see how these wrinkles will come out. Like when you put saran wrap on stuff. Oh, and it's going down over into here. Let's do that. It's just seeping in there a little bit. And up here. Interesting. The black seems to be spreading more and more underneath that silver. That might end up, the whole thing might end up black. Oh, look at this big wad of water coming down here. Great. Okay. Back to the drying board. All right, let's just do somebody gifted me this big Yuko years ago, and you know that I'm not ever going to remember who that was. And I've used it a little bit here and there, but I've finally been using it, and it's nice. Hey, Mary Ellen. I know, aren't they pretty? That's my favorite combo, as you know. Okay, let me ponder this for a moment. So to get some granulation and stuff to get pushed around with these two inks, I don't know how they're going to react when I put them in a puddle of water. But I know I want to put some of my lightning in there because that's the same two colors pretty much. And oh, wait, I know what I need. Hold the phone. Where the hell is it? I'll get some of this. This pushes stuff around. All right, let's just see. Oh, hang on. Had another thought. I'm going to see what colors do the metal sky of the color burst metallics that I have. Computer. Iron oxide. That looks red. That should be red, but it is. Okay. Oh, and I need a little salt. Yeah, I've melted Tyvek too, Pam, and I painted it. and put some metallic stuff on it. Back in my Tyvek days. All right. I think instead of going in a circle, let's just do something different. I'm just going to go from here, cover up more of the space. Instead of just having like one focal point, maybe we'll have a couple different areas that we mess around with. Okay. I really wanted a little cheapy. Here they are. That's a little pipette. Okay. Let's just see what this does in water. This one could go crazy. Or not. They're starting to pick up speed. These are dangerous with those wide mouths that are on this ink. Put me in the room with it. That's not good. All right, let's throw a little bit of this blue. See, it's starting to get a little turquoise edge there. You guys probably can't see it. It's real fine. It's fine. Let's put one right alongside there and see what happens. Not much happening there. Well, that didn't do much, did it? Let's try. Here's this brush. I want this brush. Oop. I'm going to drop some of this watercolor in here. Let's see what this does. It causes a little disruption. Let's put a little plop right in there and see what happens. Huh. It's starting to look a little peacocky. That's like this blue goes into a turquoise, and so does the purple. Blowing it with a straw. I wonder where the straw department is these days. Oh, this is already dry. Wow, I like this new heating setup I got going on over here. So look how that blue soaked into behind this, all the way over to that edge. Still got some of the silver, and those the wrinkles in it just flattened out and are white, which is, I like that too. Oh, look at that side. Interesting. Okay, see, I want to turn my head and wait to see what this did for a minute here. Huh. Yeah, I know. I've seen that tool before. On Yupo, I like to just let it sit there and see how it moves itself. It just keeps moving in the water and granulating. And you know what? Let's see what'll happen if I spray some of this on here. I don't know what it. Maybe I should try it instead of spraying it. Sometimes that really... Yeah, that metallic is just sinking. Sinking and the inking. Let me get some white paint. Where's my white paint? Oh, that's back over in the Liquitex drawer. When I come back, that's going to look completely different again. Yeah, I got to label these damn drawers. I got to pull out about 13 of them. There we go. Define what I'm looking for. Oh, mercy. See how this is, do face plant. That would be about right. Pull you a little bit closer so you can see what this is starting to look like. Oh, you know what I should put in there? I'm going to put in a little bit of white. Mary Ellen, what is she looking for? The kind of salt that I have? Is that what you're asking about? This is the Jacquard silk salt. The granules are kind of bigger than table salt. And you know, I think somebody pointed out a good question. They asked me if when I do these things, when I spray the water, is it distilled water? And it's not. It's our tap water, and we're on a well. So there may be something in that, some kind of mineral or something that makes these act like they do here. Where am I going to put that? Let's try putting it down there. Ooh. Let's do one there. Whoa. Hello. See how that pushes that stuff around? Let's do one up in this dark bit up here. Interesting. I want to put, pewter. I'm going to use some of this pewter. This is the Ken Oliver Liquid Metals pewter. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. And I love how this is wicking into this real fine little area over here. I don't remember if this pushes anything or not, or if it just kind of, yeah, that kind of sinks, but that's okay. Put a little trace of that down there. Trying to go where it's still kind of wet. Like this middle pier, that white spreads it out and dries pretty quickly. But this is shiny, even though it's shining through the ink. That wicked out like snowflakes in there. I'm going to put a strip of that in here too. Look how this is getting like a hot pink and a little bit of turquoise there where that's feathering out. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. And how this broke into this real pale light blue cloud there. Gala, this one's kind of looking like a familiar symbol in my work. I almost want to take a brush with this watercolor and go around it and pull some of this out a little bit and see what happens. Do I dare? I dare. Okay, let's see what happens. Can't leave. Good enough alone. What time is it? 3:30. So I've been on an hour and a half. Like this whole bit up here is kind of all turquoise. This is all turquoise. These aren't so precious around here, but these are pretty cool. This looks pretty cool over here. So I think I might just put this. Let's just go in here like this. And all these little brush strokes and tap marks and stuff, that'll blend out smooth. What is that? Get off of there. Because the water sits up. Patty, show the barcode on that wet tissue paper. I will. Hang on. Give me 1 sec. And if I forget within that 1 second, remind me again. I want to try to get this while it's still a little wet and can blend with this. I think I'm going to squeeze that brush of that lightning into that white blob there and see what happens. All right, now I'm going to get some salt on there. Well, it's still kind of wet. And before, when I've used this salt with this Ken Oliver liquid stuff, it's like glue. You can't hardly get that off of there. Oh, my mind is, it's going. Going bye-byes. This is a really cool color here where some of these metallics sunk under that purple. And I can't really pick it up to show you because it's going to, do a little wonky stuff if I do. I'm putting this where it's still pretty wet. That's kind of cool where this white is sneaking into the, it's damn glare on that. You can't really see what it's doing. I'll try to get you in there real close without lifting it. All right, enough salt. Okay, let's see what I can do to try to zoom you in more. And then I'll try to move the paper so you can see what's happening. That's as tight as the zoom's going to get with the camera. You probably can't see the little streaks that created here, but down here, and it's going like this, you see a real wispy streak in there. And this purple's coming across with this pink and a little bit of blue sticking down here in the end of it. I'm going to turn it so I can get this part down here. I don't like this big blob there. I might re-wet that. Yeah, that's dry already. Let's just re-wet that and see what happens. Oops, you can't see what I'm doing. Sorry. I'm going to get that around there. See what happens there. And this little bit up here, I'm not too wild about this. pinky showing in there. Not that I have anything wrong against pink. There's a real cool granulating area right in here where that lightning looks like pepper laying in the here too. See if I can get that off of there. Nope, that's stained, but that's okay. All right. I think what I might do is just let this stay here and wrap it up for the day. And we'll see how these work. I'll put some pictures out on Instagram and share them on the Facebook when I see this dry. I'm sitting here as I'm stalling, thinking I gotta do something else to this. I can't stand it. Yeah, it just like keeps moving. And see how it was more blendy on there? And it's making little wick marks where the white's coming back through it again. But not such a big blob. When that Liquitex white ink goes, it spreads and pushes everything out. Like I'm thinking about re-wetting up here. But it's got a couple streaks in there that I like. But that's dry. That's all dry. That whole area. That dries pretty quickly. But, oh, barcode. See? I'm telling you. I just put in the words, be creative, wet strength tissue, and it came up. But here's the, if you go by the number, oh, come on, focus. So very frustrating. Really? Do you have to focus on that maybe? Something else? So write down this number. I'll read it to you if you want the barcode. It's 060-199-843-166. And it's Be Creative. What is up with this damn thing not focusing? I'll get it and then it just loses it. Maybe it's my shaky hands. I don't know. There you go. Yeah, I think I'm gonna, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna re-wet it with more of this, not just water. Bye, Jim. Thanks for joining us. All right, I'm gonna do this. Get that metallic moving a little bit. And see, this is spreading out again and getting a little bit wet, dry around that white. I'm going to drop a couple drops in there and see what it does. See if it gets any, it won't do blooms like you usually do on watercolor paper. But I'm going to do, I think I'm done. Or am I? You know what I'm going to do? Just a little bit of this KJ Designs watercolor. This one's called Bezel. It's an Etsy shop. It's very pigmented and it's a very shiny, pretty silver. I'm going to get my brush loaded up and I'm just going to squeeze a couple drops in there. Ooh, did you see what that did? Wet it a little bit again. Gather some of that up on the brush. That might dry kind of cool, but it's a little, this one's kind of light. I wonder what happens if I put that on the white. Oop, tripped off my phone. Let that move around there for a little bit. You can see this one just spreading, starting to spread through everything again. All right, let's not go too crazy. It's very easy for me to go crazy. I got some really big puddles that can use some water. I mean, salt. These are really big puddles right here. All right, that's it. Stop. Back away. Go upstairs. Don't even look at it. That's what I have to do. I'm going to do something with that because that is going to leak out of that paper cup. All right, kids, I think I'm going to leave it there. That looks really different from other ones that I've done. I'm anxious to see when this dries up what we're going to have. Looking around to see if I've forgotten anything really important that I thought I should do before I signed off, and I think that answer is no. I'll move all this stuff out of the way so I don't set anything on fire. That would be great. I don't set something on fire. Different, but great. All right, so these are now dry, and you know, not that worked up about it. I'm glad I didn't do the whole sheet. I was just putting different metallics on a piece of decorative big sheet of paper that I bought at the Queen's Ink. That one's got some of the gold in it. They're still damp. And the fabric whole thing, not a fan. Let me see if that's dry enough to show you yet where they are. This was a piece of fabric was packed. Something was packed in it. This is still wet. I just did strips of different things on it. Is this the front or the back? What's the back? I used a blue ink, same blue ink I used on here, over here. The fabric paint, olive green metallic. This is the silver black ink. And this was, what the hell was that? Matte medium. And then I put gold fine high flow on that one. That one's still sticky and wet. I'm thinking about cutting them up for collage pieces, not a single masterpiece. And this was the bronze paint. Now here's what's interesting. The back of this looks all bronze, although it's more of a flat bronze. It's not really shiny except for in a couple little parts. But on the front side, the way it splits into that green color, it's almost all that green color. And that's just the fine bronze goldens that's on there. That's really interesting to me. And this one was Seth's Gold Spray, the Izink dye spray. That's the back side. This is the front side. It looks a little shiny here where it's caught up in the, not on the swirl, but on the background fabric where it's caught up in the, there you can see it at the tip of my thumb. That's the only place it really looks metallic. Here's a bigger shot of that, a bigger piece of that. Really? Where are you? But very, very fine. Nothing, not very metallic. I was hoping to to make that rascal look like metal. Not so much, but I did keep a white piece in case I flubbed it. So we're good. All right, so you can see with this how this is changing while you're just sitting there watching it. There's a lot of weird, interesting stuff going on up here. So I'll be interested to see how that one dries. So, all right, kids. I'm going to go upstairs and do some cooking because I got to go to my mom's tomorrow. I always take her some leftover goodies. So, everybody hang in there. Stay well, please. We're trying hard. And hopefully no more snow for a little while, but I don't think that's going to hold out. It is winter after all. So, all right, kids, thanks for joining. Gayla, see how easy this was? You didn't have to drink. You didn't beat your head against the wall. Easy peasy. Here, flashback. For those of you who weren't here, you might want to go back and look at last week's stream where we collaged that watercolor. It was a watercolor like this that I collaged over. It was a little tricky. Hey, Sandra, Happy New Year. Oh, thanks. Not for lack of searching. All right, guys, I'll catch you next time. Bye.